I know who we're gonna watch. Does anybody know a channel named Tominus Maximus? Like these videos, like who was gayer, ancient Romans or Greeks? Who was gayer? I really like his videos. Like they're actually like great. They're very like informative, and sometimes he just makes these kind of videos, which I fucking love. They're fucking amazing.
Who killed JFK? Were the Hanging Gardens of Babylon real? Was there a city of Atlantis?
Bruh.
Who was gayer, Romans or Greeks? These are questions historians haven't.
Wait.
Who was gayer, Romans or Greeks?
Who was gayer, Romans or Greeks? Just like the fucking chat here and then the fucking pleb here. Oh
These
my
are
god.
questions historians haven't been able to provide an answer to. Today, we are gonna crack one of those questions. Before we start...
Okay. Who do I think was gayer? The Romans or the Greeks? I will have to... if I had to say like one, I would have to say it would be the Romans. The Romans were the gayest. Because they were like very... Like Roman emperors were very into like gay. It was legally allowed to marry a man... Wait, I think it was legally allowed to marry a man. And like... I'm pretty sure it was the Romans that were gayer.
We need to answer the crucial question. Who is gay?
Who is gay?
Cambridge
Okay.
Dictionary describes gayness as the state of
being sexually attracted to
people
people
of the same sex and not to people of the opposite sex. Pretty clear that.
Then the Romans, like, I'm pretty sure the Romans were very they were very like bisexual in that sense. Like they had wives, but they fucked men. That's pretty much how I remember it.
But if you gave this description to ancient Romans or Greeks,
yeah, it would make sense.
It would be totally confused.
Yeah, it would make sense.
A strict distinction between who is homosexual and who is heterosexual didn't exist in ancient times. Everyone was a little bit gay and straight from time to time.
Kind of like sometimes you're just over the fucking with your homies. I wrote that shit before you even said Roman. Yeah.
Let's
we already know the Romans were the gayest.
First. Alpha and omega of man's social life was pederasty for ancient Greeks.
Pederasty.
An intimate relationship between an older
old
man and his younger apprentice.
Pubescent and...
It was not only socially acceptable, but rather desired behavior that puts emphasis on the relationship between those two. An experienced older male that was passing his knowledge on his apprentice.
Does that mean he's fucking his apprentice, or does this mean he's like giving like knowledge upon his apprentice? Which means you can give knowledge two ways, like fucking him and then putting it into his brain, right? So it's like which one are we on here, man?
Protected him and tried his best to make him.
Don't put the arms on his fucking shoulders, like that's so fucking like what Joe Biden right now.
Fully fledged member of the Greek warrior society. The noble idea of an older mentor and his young protege was perceived as a perfect relationship two men can have. Such a couple was supposed to be unstoppable in a battle.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
Tooth and nail.
Yeah, to protect each other. Yeah.
Even the Greek word for love was most of the time used to describe a relationship between an
Romans
older
acting kind of sus looking like, yeah, definitely, man.
A shining example of the gay pederasty was an elite sacred band of Thebes made by 150 pairs of male lovers. Of course, there were different attitudes toward the pederasty relationship between different Greek states. Spartans were far less gay than Athenians or Thebans, for example. The Spartan idea of manliness was rather embodied in a form of
muscles and athletic,
than an intimate relationship.
Yeah, I know that about Sparta. Like Sparta was that very like they like chose the manliness through they showed that through like sports, like how much like big muscles, like very classical like modern day manliness. While the Thebans apparently and Athenians apparently just fucked each other, which
between two males.
It is what it is.
Spartans even laughed at Athens, where allegedly pretty young teenagers were so often chased by older males that their parents had to hire bodyguards to protect them from undesired mentors.
What the fuck?
How about Romans? Romans were gay.
Okay, good.
A lot,
yeah.
Romans adopted this habit from the Greeks.
Yeah.
But the Greek idea
you gotta try this, man.
Love between two equal men was molded by Romans into something totally different.
Oh.
There is no noble idea between two males anymore in the Roman Empire. There is only sex.
Oh. Hey son, let me show you something. Yo man, what the fuck is this? So pretty much what was like meant as a mentor and an apprentice, what was kind of like, you know, like a respectable thing in Greek, where like the this was actually about learning something in the Greek world. In Roman world, it just became about sex, like fucking a young kid. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
The roles of mentor and apprentice are abandoned, and two new roles take their place: roles of giver.
Oh fuck,
As
man!
in Greece, there was nothing socially unacceptable with this. Roman homosexuality was a widespread phenomenon, at times even more popular than a heterosexual
What the
relationship.
fuck? It's just like it's the boys, you know. It's the boys. Like, what the fuck can you do?
As long as the giver was a Roman and the receiver was anyone else but a Roman.
Yeah, true.
Non-Romans, often slaves, were the only ones who were to be receivers. No one else.
Don't show me that. What the fuck? The guy. Ej, was manst du mig, Ramdullah, baby. Like, what the fuck? So apparently Romans couldn't fuck each other. Right, Romans couldn't receive from it, like be a receiver, only a giver. Okay, that.
It was extremely socially undesirable if a Roman became a receiver. He would be perceived as unworthy of Roman citizenship. God forbid if you were caught or even accused of receiving. Your good reputation.
Oh, your wife just coming in and just.
Second.
Your wife just coming in and you're there like on your fucking knees getting fucked in the ass, and then like that your wife comes in just
your
kind of
wife would divorce you. Your kids would despise you. Never be a receiver. And that applies to everyone. For Roman citizens, for legions, sex between soldiers was totally off limits. No matter how lonely you get in those dense Germanic woods.
Okay.
Senators and emperors aren't excluded. Caligula's reputation of being a sex fiend would be tolerated by the Roman public until a certain nobleman, Sextus Tedius, I'm not making the name up.
I love those old Roman names. Like Virginus and stuff like that. I love those fucking names. They're so fucking good.
Bragged he pounded the Roman emperor himself. Emperor Elagabalus wasn't killed just because he engaged in a lot of gay stuff. The main cause of his demise...
Yeah, wasn't Elagabalus like a guy who like really who got like fucked and everybody knew he got fucked? What wife be like, that's not how you do a blowjob. Just comes in and shows you.
It was his pleasure in the role of a receiver. Always be the car, not
Never.
the parking space.
Oh shit.
And always make sure that the parking space doesn't have a Roman citizenship. Okay, doesn't this whole gay sex make you gay?
No.
Well,
wait.
Not really.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
As I said in the beginning, there are no gay or straight
roles. Yeah. Because this concept of being gay and like stuff it's more of a modern term and not a very like ancient term, which again just it's very modern to be like a modern thing to be like gay, be bisexual, be asexual, all that stuff is very modern. Back then it was fucking unheard of. Like it was just a normalcy. Also it became not normal on like when Christianity came around, because then it was like heavily like looked down upon.
Homo and heterosexual come from the 19th century.
Yeah,
Greeks
19th century,
were just
exactly.
discovering new options.
See, I'm so fucking smart. Like my brain's like 10 times bigger than everybody's.
How to educate a man, while Romans use their slaves as a reminder they are masters of the world.
Bruh.
It'd be even weird if you didn't engage in such behavior. Emperor Claudius was disgusted.
Like, think about you take a time machine, go back in time, and like you have to like you're just like at a party, right? And then a slave walks past you, and people kind of, oh, why isn't he fucking him? And like you're just standing there, what? Like it's not. You should have sexual intercourse with that slave. What are you doing, man? And then you kind of like being coerced into having sex with like a man, and then you kind of like, bruh. Like when in Rome, you just gotta fuck a man, right? Like what can you do?
Homosexuality, and for that everybody thought he was a little bit strange. In fact, there were a lot of emperors who were a little off to the side. Augustus, Tiberius, Caligula, Galba, Otto, Titus, Domitian, Trajan, Hadrian, Commodus.
Yeah, Hadrian was like a big like man fucker. He was a big man fucker.
On. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, that's just me doing that.
That question that cannot escape your head. Was there a penetration? In case of Greeks,
No, there wasn't.
No,
Yeah.
not really, no. It was mainly a platonic thing for the Greeks, and if there
So,
was
like-
something physical, then FYI, the sexiest part of a man's body in ancient Greece were thighs.
What?
So this is where they inserted their... Yeah, I'll leave it at
Bro.
that. And
So I guess the Greeks were thigh men. Got it. Don't worry. Got it. That shit.
Romans,
Got it.
did they penetrate?
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes, they did.
A
Anal
lot.
intercourse was even more popular than a normal one,
Fuck.
which brings us to the final point of this video.
I guess it is
How did
tighter,
Roman
right?
women deal with this gayness? The answer is simple. They had no legal control over
Oh
the
yeah, that's true.
situation.
That's true.
The Roman men had all the power over their wives. Legally, wives were at the same level
As a slave.
daughters.
Oh no. Okay, I thought.
Roman
okay.
women couldn't vote, they couldn't run for
Yeah.
office, Roman women couldn't own property. They were legally matched with blind and deaf people. Their prime role was to be a mother, not a lover. It was even deemed inappropriate to have a loving and passionate relationship with your wife.
What the fuck, man? Like you just like you kiss your wife, good night. Like you just kiss your wife out in the open. People are kind of like, bro, what the fuck? That's weird.
There were prostitutes and gay lovers for that.
So I guess marriage was more like intimate. I guess after Christianity, maybe.
So all in all, Roman women couldn't do jack shit regarding
Based.
their husbands
Based.
and lovers.
Sigma
Roman
rules
women
right
had to
here.
wait until Christianity kicked in.
Yeah,
the
that's
third
what I'm
and
saying, that's what I'm
fourth
saying.
century to have some control.
Like I'm so smart. I know
over
this
their
shit. I know this
husbands.
shit.
Later on, as public opinion turned against homosexual
No.
relationships, the
No.
Roman men were forced
When
by
you
the
can't fuck
Christian
your home.
church to have a normal vaginal intercourse with their wives. and
No.
Stop being curious. By the end of the 4th century, receivers in the Christian Empire were punished by burning. The total ban
Aw.
on homosexual relationships was implemented in the 6th century by Eastern Emperor Julian. So here is when we end our gay journey,
Aw.
and we need to ask again the question: who was gayer, Greeks or Romans? For Greeks, the highest form of love was a deep and a warm relationship between
Yeah.
two men. For Romans, it was quite the opposite. No love, but a lot of giving and receiving.
Uh-huh.
So what is gayer to you, a gay love or gay sex?
That's actually true. Like the Greeks had like an intimate relationship, as in like they didn't have sex, but like they loved each other, like love between the two men. But the Romans just had gay sex. They didn't love each other. So like I guess isn't the act of loving a man gay? Is not the act of having sex. Like I can have sex with a man and still be straight. So I think the Greeks were actually gayer. If we take that conclusion, the Greeks were actually gayer because they loved each other, like loved men.
Let me know in the
Having gay feelings for another man, having gay intercourse with another. No, I don't believe that. Having that's not true. I don't believe that. That's not true. Fuck that.
comments below.
I don't believe that. That's just people who like don't know like real shit right here. But honestly, a fucking amazing video. We'll definitely watch more of his videos. Like this.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
I got news for you.
That makes you
means you
gay. Okay, that fucking amazing video. Holy shit. Like, amazing. Definitely drop a fucking like on that one. Like, these videos are fucking amazing. If you are the receiver, you're definitely gay. I don't know. I still believe that it's the feeling of loving another man that makes you gay. It's not the fact that you are... I don't believe it's the sex that makes you gay, because sex is essentially a humanly... It's kind of like it's kind of like you don't love your hand just because you masturbate, right? You get what I mean? You don't love your hand just because you masturbate. Like, a man could give you a hand job and you didn't even know that it was a man, and you would enjoy it. So, like, it's kind of the same when if you look at a trap, or like a femboy, or what the fuck it's called. Like, you won't know that it's a man until you see the penis, right? Which means you can enjoy something without, like, my hand is my girlfriend. Yeah, same, right? But you get what I mean. So I truly believe that it's the feeling between like two men that makes you gay. Okay, I've been talking way too much about gay shit right now, but like so like fucking I'm out, man. Before I get on another tangent.